Super investors are investors with over $100 million in assets under management, and fortunately for us, the government actually requires them to reveal all the moves they've been making in their portfolios 4 times a year. This gives us insights into the moves of investors like Warren Buffett, Ray Dalio, Bill Ackman, and Michael Burry. In this video, we're reviewing the top 10 stocks super investors are buying right now in 2025, based on their latest filings. Together, these companies are worth more than $13.4 trillion, and we're saving the biggest buys until the end. Now, let's dive right in. Number 10, the first stock on our list is CVS Health. CVS Health is the $56 billion pharmacy giant that now, through some recent acquisitions, offers a diverse set of healthcare services. 2024 has been brutal for the company, and today they trade just $1 above their 52-week low. Right now, there are 9 super investors who own this business. These are smaller holdings led by Hancock Classic Value and Samantha McLemore. CVS trades below their historical sales numbers and their projected free cash flows. The large amount of leases on their books can trip up their current asset value and their tangible book, but the company does also trade above its current earnings power. Still, with a free fall in their stock price in the last 2 years, the company's $45 stock price is 48% below their $88 GF value. Also, with the beatdown in their stock price, CVS pays a pretty attractive 5.92% dividend yield today, and they're buying back shares. Next, at number 9, we have Alphabet, the parent company of Google. We're looking at their GOOG shares specifically. The search engine big tech giant is a $2.35 trillion market cap that trades at its 52-week highs. Alphabet's tied for being the third most owned super investor stock. 26 of them own this in their portfolios, and as a percentage, this is led by Li Lu, Triple Front Partners, and Thomas Russo. Alphabet's had a big run-up in their stock price in the last half of 2024. Today, they're now priced above their historical sales and free cash flow numbers, but they're still below their earnings. However, a GF value for the company comes in at only $169 per share, which is down $20 from their current stock price. Stock number 8 is another big tech giant, and that's Apple, trading in the US under ticker symbol AAPL. The $3.85 trillion business is the world's largest company. It's trading at its 52-week and all-time highs, which are up more than $80 from when Warren Buffett, its biggest shareholder, began selling out of the business. Apple is owned by 20 different super investors, led easily by Warren Buffett, who, despite cutting this by a quarter in the last quarter, still has 26% of his portfolio listed in the US invested in the stock. Apple is perhaps the top performing stock in history, and amazingly, despite the company's huge size, they're one of the top performing stocks in the last decade. By almost all means of their valuations, today Apple's stock price is well ahead of these. This is why a GF value for the company only comes in at $189 per share. Attached to this is a significantly overvalued warning. Then at number 7, we have another household name in Starbucks. Trading under the ticker symbol SBUCKS, it's a $100 billion market cap that's down just $10 from their 52-week high. Starbucks is owned by 9 super investors with good-sized positions from Chris Bloomstrand, Lee Ainsley, and Stephen Mandel. Their top 5 super investor owners added to it in the last quarter. And compared to some other blue-chip companies, maybe their valuations warrant that. Starbucks is trading at about its DCF-based free cash flows, and they're well below their median price to sales historically. With their brand and lower historical valuations, the company has a GF value of $101 per share, up $10 from their current stock price and almost right at their 52-week high. Stock number 6 is lesser known. This is Wesco International. Wesco is an industrial distributor of electronics, telecommunications, and security solutions. Wesco trades under stock ticker WCC. Right now, Wesco is a $9 billion market cap, and it trades in between its 52-week range. Amazingly, there are 9 super investors who own this business, and all 9 of them added to it in the last quarter. This is led by Alex Roper and Seth Klarman, who Warren Buffett said he would personally trust to invest his money. Right now, it looks like Wesco is trading at about its projected free cash flows and its earnings. Still, the company's valuations may be a bit on the higher side with a GF value of $159 per share. That's roughly 10% lower than their current stock price. Now at number 5, we have another potential hidden gem. This is Flutter Entertainment. This is a leading betting and online gaming operator out of Ireland. In the United States, its main brand is FanDuel. Flutter trades under stock ticker FLUT. Right now, Flutter is a $42 billion company, and it trades just $20 below its 52-week high. Again, there are 7 super investors in this stock, and all 7 of them either added or bought this in the last quarter. This is still a very high growth company, and they're trading well above their projected free cash flows. Today, Flutter trades $17 above their current GF value. Stock number 4 is another big tech giant, and this is Amazon, trading in the US under AMZN. The retailing and cloud computing giant is a $2.37 trillion company trading $5 below its 52-week high. 25 different super investors own Amazon, and it's the 4th most owned super investor stock. Several super investors have double-digit percentages of their portfolio invested, and this is led by Josh Tarasoft, who interestingly trimmed about a quarter of his position. Amazon's another stock that's performed amazingly in its history, and from their lows in 2022, the stock price has nearly tripled. Big tech valuations can be pretty challenging, and Amazon fits this trend. They're priced well above their historical price to sales, which was historically one of the only ways to truly screen for this business. Part of this is why a GF value only comes in at $164 per share, which is 40% lower than today's stock price. The third most purchased stock by super investors this quarter was Walt Disney. The entertainment giant is a $203 billion market cap, and after a rebound in its stock price, trades just $10 below its 52-week high. 13 super investors own Disney, and most of them were buying this last quarter. This is led by double-digit holdings from ValueAct Capital and Linzell Train. Right now, Walt Disney's trading below its historical price to sales, but they're still well above their projected free cash flows or their earnings. Still, there's a tremendous amount of brand power with this business, and they're priced right around their current GF value. The second stock super investors were piling into this quarter was Visa, trading under ticker V. The $623 billion payments giant is at its 52-week and all-time highs. 25 super investors own Visa. This is led by Triple Frown Partners, Chris Hone, and Chuck Akre. From when the company went public during the global financial crisis, their stock price is up more than 32 times, and they've been a dividend growth stock as well. Still, like a lot of these firms, Visa's priced above their historical numbers. They're trading above their historical sales, earnings, and cash flows at this point. While their valuations may be high compared to their history, they still have a tremendous moat, and this is why a GF value for the company comes in at $297 per share. Now, are you ready to find out the stocks super investors are buying the most to start 2025? It's yet another big tech company in Microsoft. Microsoft trades in the US under ticker MSFT. The $3.25 trillion giant is among the biggest companies in the world, and yet it's trading $30 below its 52-week high. 32 super investors own this business, and it's the most owned super investor stock. No surprise then that there were a lot of buys and sells this last quarter. Also no surprise, the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation Trust has the largest holding at 28% of their portfolio. Like its peers Apple and Amazon, Microsoft is one of the top performing stocks in history. Similar to those, they have some stretched valuations compared to their history, where they're trading well above their sales, earnings, and free cash flows in the last decade. Yet, this is another tremendous business. Warren Buffett even called it a wonderful company during the global financial crisis. This is why Microsoft almost trades at its GF value today. Let me know if you want to see a future video on any of these businesses. The amount of big tech companies super investors were buying despite their higher valuations was a major surprise. If you enjoyed the video and you want to support the channel for free, click the first link in the description. That will take you to Global Value's affiliate, Interactive Brokers. Thanks for watching and have a great day.